Okay, it's Wednesday, 18th of January. For me, it's 9:30 in the morning. That's UK time. In New York time, it's just gone 4:30 in the morning. So, top-down analysis. Again, we have the break structure here on a daily, and we've come up to the 62% retracement. 3-day high and low look back, that's all been set. We're currently in decline. For me to be bullish in this, price needs to break above this high. I'm anticipating price to come down to this area, marked out here. This is the weekly buy side imbalance. So nothing's changed too much on the daily. On the 4-hour last night, we had the break of structure. So we're now into decline phase on the 4-hour. My attention is now drawn to these lows down here. But I'll bring the eye to this level because it's the 62% retracement. We do have a zone here, 4-hour zone. We also have a zone, 4-hour zone here. Now I like these that I'm seeing at the moment. So that's all set up and ready. In terms of the 4-hour, if I place a fib extension, no, just a fib, sorry, we may see some pullback to this area here. There is a 4-hour zone in this, and it kind of lines up with what we're seeing before we see a continuation down. So now we're into decline phase. We're looking for the phase 1 delivery. So on the bearish diagram, it's this area here. So we have the SIBI. I would say, looking at this right now, this pin bar to me feels like 4-hour supply. This lines up with the SIBI that we have, and then the 4-hour break of structure. So I'm anticipating a break of structure on the 1-hour now because of that. Let me switch this off so that we only see on the 4-hour. Around this area here, we've hit the 4-hour support resistance zone, although on the 4-hour we have this pin bar by here. I'm not sure that will hold. It feels like it's setting up at least for a retracement into that SIBI on the 4-hour. So we might see, if I draw it out here, we have the fractal there. So there was a market maker sell model at that level, and we got fair value on either side. We've got fair value here, fair value gaps. So we have all these huge candles. This is the bit that I think Oh, what's going on here? Why has that done that? Let me take that off. When I look at this, I set this to buy model. I'm anticipating an imbalance happening here on the 1 hour and take us back up to potentially this 4 hour zone that I've marked out here. I think that's 4 hour. Yeah, it kind of lines up. So we'll see what happens on that side. I'm holding off right now because I don't see anything on the lower time frames quite yet. If we go down, we have the 1 hour break structure here on the 30 minute, and you can start to see how we got this sideways motion at the moment. It almost feels like it's preparing to go back to retracement for phase 1 distribution. So I'm waiting to see what happens at the moment. I don't really have anything else to say right now. Can't see anything in the lower time frames. Okay, it's just hit 1:30. That's in the UK. For New York, that's 8:30. So news is hit. I missed the entry point on the 15 minute and the 5 minute for that particular trade. It's going in the direction that I want to. So the next area of entry will be on the break of the 1 hour and the retest into this blue zone that I've marked here. But just to zoom in on that, I was in a meeting at the time, so I wasn't able to be at the chart, unfortunately. The 15-minute candle, as it was coming in to back into this zone, we had tweezer bottom by here. Didn't really pick up on that. At least see it now. On the 5 minute, we had 5 minute break of structure. So price broke, and then we had the retest of the break of structure. That would have been the entry point. You can see how it's come up to hit this now, but I might be able to get back in. Let's see what it's doing. Yeah, this is an entry point. I'm going to quickly take a new order. So I'm going to go for a buy on that now. I'll just put one in very quickly. So come back and retested this area, and I'm anticipating it to carry on. So we've had a 15-minute break structure, and it's come back into that region, and I've taken a buy just around about here now. So I just saw that live, and that hit my trigger point. So I'm in. The stop is below this low that we see here. So let's see what happens. Let it play. Finally stop. Okay, so it's now 10:30 New York time. For me, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. Prior to this video clip, price was around here at the time on the 15 minute. So I took a trade, a long trade, and that was against higher time frame analysis. So just jumping back very quickly to high time frame midterm, The same for the hour. The rule stands true for every other time frame. So on the daily, I can't consider, this is the rule now, I can't consider bullish moves until price breaks this high because of this pattern. Price got all the way up to 60%, and now it's starting to turn. The same is true for the 4 hour. So we've had this shift in market structure here by the 4 hour break structure. Now, price, I'm anticipating price to go up to here on the lower time frame. But for this to be bullish now, I need to see price break this high up here. So that's currently in decline, and this is a counter trade. When we get to the 1 hour, the same rule applies. We've got this this here, which I'm anticipating, but I can't go bullish until price breaks above this high, and it hasn't done. And so I completely disregarded this area. So there's some more work I need to do on process, so that when I get down to the lower time frames, I'm not making the same mistake, because that's a big area. I jumped out of a meeting, went straight into the market, saw LROs, and didn't take into account that the daily hadn't broken yet, and so I'm breaking my own rules there, and I'm going to put that into my daily report card later on. So that's it for now. I'll continue on with the analysis, and we'll see what happens later. Okay, it's now the evening of 18th of January. It's 7:30 in the evening here. That's 2:30 in the afternoon for New York. The major move for the days happened, and there's no point in doing any further trading, so I'm doing my post review on the higher time frame, the midterms analysis. In this area this morning, I was anticipating a move to this area. It didn't quite happen, so I think what I should have had is 2 scenarios, and I'll put that in now. So first scenario would have been if price hits this blue area here, and we see the right type of action, price action, it could go down, which it did. If we get to break, I'll delete that one, and in this area it comes up, back down. We'd expect a move to this area, and then carry on down. So that would have been the 2 moves. On the hour, you can see my markup. So I had highlighted the market maker sell model just by here. So this area at the top would have become a breaker structure had price broke through it, but price touched it a couple of times on the 1 hour, and then just went south. On the lower time frames, so when we got into 8 o'clock this morning, the price action got really squirrely. I took a trade just by here, and it was positive for a while, and I saw this price action, and I was thinking, this does not look good. I think it's going to go the opposite way, but I let it run. In hindsight, I should have trusted my instincts and closed down the trade and opened in the opposite direction. What happened eventually was that price broke these lows, and we do have a break in the opposite direction. So What I was doing was a counter trade, anticipating price to go higher up. The outcome was I didn't follow the rules on the break of structure. Price didn't close above the this dotted green line that you see by here, so I actually broke my own rules on that, and that's one to go into the daily report card. So I'm going to be putting that in now, and that's about it really for today. So it was a negative day, one trade down, and I should be putting that into the report card.